You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From Los Angeles, California, and Maria Menounos, and streaming live thanks to Oakley Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. Spotlight On is a long-form interview series featuring actors and TV personalities. And now, from the world's #1 TV after-show platform, this is AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On.
Hello, AfterBuzzers. My name is Jillian Leff, and I'm here to bring you a special presentation of AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. Tonight, we're shaking it up, flipping it, and reversing it, and shining the light on a YouTube sensation. This guy to my left has over 4.5 million subscribers, 2 million followers on Twitter, and he is one of the most prominent LGBTQ vloggers on the planet. Everyone, please welcome Tyler Oakley.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I am fabulous. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. Oh, well, thank you.
You look great. You're radiating.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
Stop.
I can't
blushing. So I have been so excited since we booked you because you're sort of this like phenom. You've arrived. You're
I feel
a star.
like my whole face is blushing right now. Stop.
Oh my God.
That intro was incredible. Thank you.
Well, I was hoping for the full face blush. So.
I feel it. I don't know if it's showing on camera, but I feel it. Or if you can hear it in my voice.
Maybe a little bit. So a lot of people know you obviously extremely well from your YouTube channel. You're very good about answering questions about your life.
I am.
But I want to dig a little bit deeper.
Dig as deep as you want.
I want to find out your beginnings, your start.
Sure.
So how would you describe yourself growing up?
Oh my God. Growing up. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that.
Because you're sort of a rare breed, sir.
Everyone starts with, okay, how did you get started on YouTube? And I'm like,
No.
I thought you were just going to go there,
No
but
way.
let's go deep.
Yes, please.
Growing up, I would describe myself as the worst. I had a bowl cut.
Oh.
It was rough times. I wore a lot of like Old Navy tech vests.
Okay. Oh, like the performance fleece.
Yes. That was my style.
Okay.
I was chubby, unathletic, not looking good, not feeling good. Played a lot of video games, kept to myself. That was my style.
So when did you find YouTube? How did you hear about it?
I found YouTube. I remember. I think I was like I think I knew about it, but I didn't really know this whole world of YouTube until I was 18. I had just gone off to college, and I had, I think, discovered this guy named William Sled, and he just talked into a camera about his life, and he had like 100 videos, and I discovered him, and I like saw one video, and then I saw he had more, and so then I just kept clicking and watching and watching, and before I knew it, I had just was addicted. And I was like, oh my gosh, like people do this? People just like talk into a camera? I thought it was just for like cat videos or fail videos or whatever. So that was when I first discovered like YouTube as a platform for humans, not just like throwing something random up.
Right.
And then from there I kind of kept searching for more people and like saw that there was kind of a community, and then.
So your first YouTube video was?
My first YouTube video was, it's called Intro to My Video Blog.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes long. It's privated now. It has like 1,000 views or something, so very few people have ever seen it. But it's basically, I at first started just to kind of keep in touch with friends. So that video, I speak directly to 3 of my good friends from high school, and I'm like telling them stories, and I'm like, Dolan, you would love this. Rachel, you should know about this. Eric, this. And yeah, it was terrible.
So that was like 2008?
That was 2007.
Okay, so that was like the age where, because we're the same age, so that was like we just got on Facebook because we were like accepted to
No. I had Facebook in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
me.
first in my high school with Facebook. I was like all up on it, all on board.
God. So they had Facebook videos, right? Because I remember that's sort of how like we shared video messages between each other.
Yeah, that was when they first like I remember when they introduced the wall and you could like comment, and then they introduced video on, you know, the wall. I remember when they first introduced tagging pictures, and all of my friends were like addicted to Facebook. So we had a Facebook party, and it was at my house. It was when my parents were out of town. So if mom and dad, if you're watching this, I had a party. I told you I didn't, but I did. And we got crazy, and we had like signs everywhere that said, "Take pictures, tag everyone." So I've always been like all up on the social media trends.
Okay. So now that video is private, what was sort of like your breakout video? Because, you know, when did you have your first moment?
Well, I've never had like a viral hit moment, which is nice because like sometimes when people have that, they get kind of put in that box.
Right.
But I would have, I guess, once a year, something that was like kind of big. The first one was I did a video with a whole bunch of YouTubers that I had like kind of become friends with, and it was very serious and like black and white, and it was about like how we hated hate speech and how like you should be nice and kind and promote happiness, blah blah blah. And it got featured on the homepage, and like YouTube promoted it.
Right.
And I remember it got like, I think I got 10,000 subscribers that day, and like I called my mom like freaking out, and it was just like craziness, like the biggest thing that could ever happen to me. And then after that, I had a video that went kind of big with talking about One Direction. That one was really big. I had another moment when I interviewed One Direction.
We'll talk about that later.
We will talk. But yeah, there have been like little moments throughout my career which have kind of like, it's been a steady uphill thing, and then a little thing bigger, but then keep going steady. You know what I mean? It's kind of like an uphill.
Slow and steady. I like it.
Slow and steady since the beginning, which I prefer.
Okay, I dig that. So you talk about this YouTube community. So obviously you've built some amazing friends. You know, who has impacted your life the most that you've met on YouTube?
Who has impacted my life?
Because I'm sure you've met. I mean, it's such a great place to connect.
Yeah, it's like a high school at this point. So like everyone knows each other, everyone's friends with each other. We see each other a few times a year at all these different conventions.
So like, you're the prom king at VidCon?
I'm the prom queen. Yeah, no. I don't know what I would be. Well, in high school, I was yearbook editor-in-chief. So, like, I knew everybody's business. I knew exactly what everyone was up to. And I feel like that still is the case.
Okay.
Like, I'm still kind of yearbook editor-in-chief. But people that have kind of influenced me, Michael Buckley is...
What the Buck.
What the Buck.
Love him.
He was the first YouTuber to ever reply to me. It was on MySpace in 2008.
My heart.
And we've been friends ever since. He's a great guy. He's been super inspirational and just kind of like really teaches you how to keep going and keep creating. John and Hank Green, who created VidCon, they've been really big supporters of me and really helpful and supportive. John, anytime something bad happens, I ask him for advice. So he's like very helpful for me and very inspirational to me.
Are you a character in any of his books?
I don't know. Maybe.
Should ask him.
You should ask him.
Oh, well, one day. Hopefully.
One day, yeah. Once you have the hard-hitting interview, be
Exactly.
like, by the way.
By the way, talking to Tyler Oakley, and he told me that you guys really connect on a different level.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Okay.
But I am the main character, Fault in Our Stars, actually. I don't know. Yeah, everybody inspires me in some degree. Like everyone, I think, on YouTube, kind of brings out a different side of me when I watch their content or see what they're up to.
Now, I don't vlog, but...
Why?
Well, I should, right?
You're missing out.
I know. I mean, listen, I sat down and watched like pretty much all of your recent YouTube videos.
Oh, God.
So before you came in, I was like, I know this kid.
Okay.
Like, this is great. I know him. I know the ins and outs. It's perfect. But is it still like weird for you to talk in front of a camera? Or is
Never.
No, so you just...
At the beginning, it was weird, and you can tell it felt weird. But nowadays, I am like super comfortable in front of a camera. Yeah, it's second
And
nature.
you do this alone? Do you record your videos alone?
Yeah.
Is it weird to like sit back and edit them though?
No.
No?
I do 2 a week. So I'm like, at this point, it's just like, just doing the thing, just
Right.
chugging through it. No, it's weird. It would be weird to have somebody in the room while I'm doing it.
Okay.
Sometimes that's weird. But yeah, no, I kind of do. It's my own little, it's my career.
It's
so
just
like,
you and the deer head in the
yeah,
back. That's
right.
it.
Stagatha.
Stagatha. Yes, Stagatha. I remember that.
Or Ed Deerin, or what else did they call it? I had a video where I asked people to name it, so they came up with a whole bunch of names. So every video, I'm kind of like renaming it. with the new
Renaming
name.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I dig that. So I want to talk about making friends? Because now you're a public figure.
Mm-hmm.
So do you find it easier or harder to make real friends?
Ooh, I think it's easy. I've always like kind of been fine doing that in my like adult life, but I don't think it's that challenging. I mean, in LA, I think it's challenging for anybody.
Right.
LA is kind of the environment of a lot of people networking as opposed to finding people that they like on a personal level.
Right.
So on that, like with that in mind, that's a little challenging, but it's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. It is weird though, like when people are like, so what do you do? Trying to explain it to them.
Right.
Because then some people don't get it, some people look down on it, whatever.
Right.
But I wouldn't want those people in my life.
Well, did you ever imagine that this would parlay into a career?
Never. So when I first started, like, that was not even a thing.
Right.
There were probably 5 or 6 YouTubers that were doing it that were, like, top YouTubers. And then as a couple years went on, those top YouTubers were able to kind of turn that into something. But nowadays, it's kind of, if you do have a platform, you can do something. And it was never my intention, and it was never, like, a goal or a thing that I thought was possible.
Right.
Even up until the most recent couple years, like, it was never even, like, a thought until I hated my job enough to be like, maybe I should try.
And what was that job?
But we don't speak about them.
Oh.
No, they don't deserve that promo.
I feel it. It burns.
Well,
it burns.
you know.
Okay, sir. I mean, it's really cool though, because you've made it this huge thing now where not only are you doing YouTube videos, but you're also hosting huge live stream events for YouTube, which I watched the whole thing.
Did
The Fault in
you?
Our Stars live stream. I was obsessed.
Oh my god, thank you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I read the book. I had to watch it.
Oh my god.
Fab job.
Thanks.
How was it interviewing the cast?
Well, I had previously interviewed the actors and John before, and John and I, like, we knew each other.
Right.
But the actors I had previously met and interviewed, I think at the Teen Choice Awards or something. Yeah.
But different live.
Yeah. So that was a little nerve-wracking. But it was so fun. They were, like, so accommodating and so, like, giving with their answers. So, like, that was helpful. And it was just, like, a fun, positive environment. Like, we were all there to support this great movie and this great soundtrack. So, like, it was, like, an easy kind of experience. What
about doing red carpet events?
Red carpets are fun, a little nerve-wracking, because I'm like, it's very hectic and crazy. But like, it's never something that I kind of thought that I would do.
Right.
And as usually I'm coming on kind of with the perspective of I'm also a super fan, in addition to being an interviewer, that adds a level of excitement for myself. Because I'm just like, I just want to get pictures with everyone, and I just want to meet everyone, and, like, let's just, like, have fun, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, right, and I also have to get, like, good answers for questions.
Right.
Because I'm here to work, but it's fun. It's great.
So let's talk about One Direction.
Let's talk.
I am a Niall girl. I like the Irish boys.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
My boyfriend is Irish. So,
really?
Yeah. He doesn't know about the Niall thing, though.
Okay. He does now.
He does now, if he's watching. Hi. So how was it interviewing them? Because they're, like,
incredible.
That's a coveted... You were in a place, sir.
It was something. It was last August. It happened very spur of the moment. It all came together. I flew out, and it was all top secret. And it was so funny because I arrived, and there's obviously, because it's One Direction, there's, like, crowds of teenage girls outside the hotel. And I, like, waltz in with, like, a flower crown on, like, through the crowd, like, going into the interview.
Right.
And everyone's like, Tyler Oakley just arrived, blah, blah, blah. And, like, everyone's tweeting about it in the fandom. And I'm like, great, thanks, guys. My cover's blown.
Blow my spot.
It was all supposed to be, like, a surprise. And then I go in, and I have, like, you know, you have, like, 4 minutes.
Right.
To, like, do your thing. And I'm like, I feel myself, like, shaking.
Right.
Just because, like, not so much that I was, like, nervous to meet them, but, like, I understood the gravity of the situation. Like, a lot of my audience knew that I loved them, loved them also, and it was just gonna be, I knew that it was gonna be, like, a moment on my channel. So, like, I just wanted to, like, deliver quality content. So, yeah, I went in, did the interview, walked out, had no clue what just happened. My friend was also there, and I was like, I don't even know what I said to them. Like, what even happened? And then I didn't get to see the footage until, like, a week later. And so, like, the whole week I was like, I asked them nothing. I got no good content. This was terrible. Like, I'm going to have to edit nothing. But they were so great and gave fun answers, and they played along. I made them all flower crowns.
And they kept them?
A couple of them kept them. A couple of them gave them back. So I have mine and Harry's still in my apartment.
Harry's is good to have.
Yeah, so if my apartment burns down, those are the things I'm grabbing.
Okay, great. Good to know.
Yeah. And no, it was really great. Because, like, I was so nervous that they wouldn't want to put on the flower crowns. Because, like, that's a thing that they could just say no to. Then, like, from the get-go, my interview would have been, like, a sour mood. But they played along, so it was good.
So obviously your fans enjoyed that video.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about them because they sort of made you who you are.
Yeah, my people.
Your people. So they had a lot of questions.
Okay.
I tweeted out. They had a lot of questions.
My people have a lot to. They want to know everything.
I know, and
They're insatiable.
And you do answer a lot, so it was really hard for me to do research for this interview. So I'm going to ask you something. I don't know if anybody's ever asked you this, but has somebody ever wrote fanfic about you? And if so, can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I see it all the time on Tumblr.
Because people are crazy for you.
They
want your butt.
I've read some things about me.
Okay.
Me with people, me with other YouTubers, me with One Direction members. I've read things about me.
Who's like the #1 ship?
Troiler.
Okay.
And that's me and Troye Sivan.
Okay. Cutie.
He's nice. Yeah, he's a great guy. And yeah, people really like that, so they write a lot of stuff about that.
What's the weirdest thing that a fan has ever gotten you?
Gotten me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you do some gifting videos.
Yeah, I do P.O. Box videos. I just sorted through a whole bunch of, like, for my next P.O. Box video, so stay tuned for that. But they don't, I don't think they do weird stuff so much. They, like, know exactly what I would actually want as gifts. So it's kind of nice, but they send me some inappropriate things sometimes.
Like dick soap?
Like dick soap is a thing.
A lot of Doritos,
I don't know
but
what
that's
else
not
they send me.
inappropriate.
Oh my god, anytime I open my P.O. Box mail, there's literally like bags upon bags upon bags of Doritos.
Do you have a deal with them yet? What the heck?
No.
Doritos.
What's up?
He
Except
loves
I
it.
don't want no like nacho cheese Doritos.
You're a Cool Ranch guy?
Always.
Well, you seem really cool, so.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What's your favorite type of Dorito?
Cool Ranch.
Good answer.
Obviously.
You can stay.
Yeah, because they taste like a little vinegary, and I really like salt and vinegar chips.
Okay.
So, you know.
I respect that.
Put it on a sandwich, and then
yes,
crunch.
add a crunch.
Listen.
I get
it.
I'm listening.
Okay, transitioning. Just gonna put it out there.
Sure.
Okay, so I watched your Trevor Project acceptance speech. Cried my eyes out, and I don't even know you. So good job.
Thank you.
Good job. I felt it.
Thanks.
How was it like to have an honor like that, the young innovator?
It was insane. Just because I kind of got acquainted with the Trevor Project years ago. Was an intern with them. I do their red carpet stuff every year. I go in and I speak to their youth advisory council. So like they've been a big part of my life. So for them to like do something like that was never expected, or that's not why I would ever like do stuff.
Right.
But for them to do it, it just was like really cool, and especially because it felt like it was also because of what my audience was able to do for the Trevor Project.
Well, I mean, it's amazing. Like, you ask these people, you know, for your birthday to do this, and you raise $500,000 freaking dollars.
Yeah.
What the heck?
It was nuts. My initial goal was $150,000, and then we passed that by $350,000, if not more, and raised $500,000. And so for the Trevor Project to do that for my people was like a really good end moment to that whole storyline of, you know, the fundraiser, and then like, you know, all the live streams raising money for it and everything like that. And I think the most surreal thing was going there. I got to bring, you know, my friends, my parents, and then going up on stage and looking out at the audience. And I'm used to like going to conventions where it's younger people, excited, screaming, whatever, in the audience. But then to look out and see like a lot of LGBT icons who I look up to and who I respect and I'm like, you know, inspired by, that just was like a lot for me, because I'm not used to like adults
Just
like
take it in.
Getting it, or
It's the first of many. Just take it in.
I don't know. We'll see.
know.
I 100% that trip was like me just taking it in. Like I loved every second.
Oh my God, I die.
I
You were
die.
great though. You
Thank
didn't look
you.
nervous.
I couldn't eat leading up to it. I was like, as soon as I get off stage, I need a glass of red wine. And then as like I left stage, I was like, oh my God, I want dinner. I want a drink. Like that was, because I was like so nervous leading up to it. I was like, I can't have a drink of water. I will piss myself.
Right.
So yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Well, the Trevor Project has impacted so many lives, and there wasn't anything like that when you were growing up. So it's obviously really good for the community. Don't you think?
I mean, the reason why it's really important to me, especially, is because my audience is the demographic that would, if they need to, use the Trevor Project.
Right.
So, regardless of trying to raise money for them or anything like that, just making sure that young people watching YouTube know that this is a resource that exists is worth it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Across your platform, you know, you do have your LGBT videos and all that. So I was sort of sorting through, and I got a hint at your coming out story. So if you're comfortable talking about it, can you give me like an abridged version of what it was about? If you,
Sure.
It was easy, hard.
It was both easy and hard because I feel like you never have one coming out experience. If you're gay or if you're trans or bi or whatever, your every day is kind of a coming out. When you meet new people, it's a coming out. And it depends on how comfortable you are with how difficult that is, and the type of people you meet and the people you surround yourself with. But every day is, in a way, a coming out. So I guess the big coming out story for me was for my parents. And that was pretty split. Like, my parents are divorced, and so it's split into two sets of families. One was super liberal and very open-minded. One was kind of conservative, religious, and not so open-minded to the gay stuff. So with one family, it was great. And then for the other, it was not so great. And there were, you know, moments when they offered to help fix it or offered to, you know, send me somewhere to get it, you know, changed, or asking me if this is a cry for attention, or you know, me being rebellious. But just as much as I had that, I had my other set of family that was 100% supportive and there for me and open-minded and great. So
well, look at what you parlayed it into.
I know, yeah.
This
and I feel like
thing.
I'm, as much as it sucked at the time, I appreciate that I had both perspectives, because now I feel like in a way I'm able to kind of see both sides and say that, okay, just because you had this doesn't mean that the other side doesn't exist, or just because you did have it good doesn't mean there's not still work to be done. So yeah, I think it's for the best.
Speaking of work, a woman that has been putting in work is Laverne Cox.
Love.
So thoughts about her, first initial thoughts.
Love.
Thoughts when she was nominated for the Emmy. First trans
incredible
woman to be nominated for an Emmy.
I think representation is great, but like also quality performance. Like Orange is the New Black, incredible, love. I'm still going through season 2, so don't tell me anything. I know, I'm taking it slow because, listen, everyone was like...
You're savoring it, I know.
I'm savoring it because everyone was like, no, I have to wait a whole year. I'm like, not me. I'm going to like do a episode every once in a while and then like kind of sneak toward the next
You're killing me. You need to tweet me when you finish.
As soon as I'm done.
Seriously.
I will let you know.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Okay. Seriously. So she was on the cover of Time magazine, and it sort of started this, what I believe to be this sort of like trans movement where this is being, you know, more accepted into society. So you're a part of the community. Like, do you think that this is great?
Of course I think it's great. I mean, it's interesting because the LGBT community, it has so many different sub-communities and subsets and intricacies and different families within it. And there are different levels of privilege within the LGBT community. If you're male, clearly you have male privilege. If you're gay, it's easier than if you're bi. People still think that bi doesn't even exist. And then when it comes to the trans community, people don't even validate that kind of existence. So I think, for me at least, it's super important for me to give as much love and, you know, open attention to people like Laverne, and just kind of, you know, use what I have and use the privilege that I have to, you know, give that voice to the community leaders that don't necessarily have the same privileges. So
have you met her?
I have not.
Oh my god.
Someday it will happen.
I haven't either. But she was at an event that I was at, and I didn't meet her.
Really?
No, but she's
Where?
a beauty. The GLAAD.
The Trailblazers?
Yeah.
No.
She wasn't there. I don't know. I have to look back in my calendar.
Whatever it was.
She was beautiful.
Okay.
She was wearing like this really tight slinky
No, I
dress.
have so much respect and love.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So I watched many of your Q&A slays.
I'm so sorry for what you've seen.
Listen, it was a lot. It was a lot of random things, but I appreciate it because this is what the fans want to know. So I kind of found stuff that you maybe haven't answered or haven't sort of really explained. You might have just said it.
Sure.
So I want you to explain.
Sure.
The first thing I don't think was in a Q and Slay, but I just kind of want to know, how did you feel when you first trended worldwide?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember what it was.
Do you remember what it was about? Or what about the last time you did?
The last time I did was...
Because it's like a BFD.
Yesterday?
Okay, I'm going.
Listen, my people are amazing. They're incredible. So I woke up yesterday and I saw that hashtag Tyler Oakley, you have a nice butt was trending. And I don't know why. I don't know why they wanted to do that, but they got it trending. My butt is great. Don't look at it. So that was really cool.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday I trended because we had a new video out.
Dang. You're just killing it.
No, it's not me. It's my people. They are just like, once they get an idea, they're like, yeah, of course we'll trend Tyler Oakley has a good butt or whatever it was. And I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Obsessed.
So they are an animal amongst themselves. They are just untamable.
Oh.
In the best way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see. If you were a Pokemon, which Pokemon would you be?
Ooh.
Because I think I would be Charizard because I'm fiery and
see
spicy.
That. I see that. And a little bit like spunky and rebellious.
You know, and like I look good in orange, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, obviously. That goes without saying. I've always loved Eevee.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. Because Eevee, I think, represents like possibility. Eevee is able to evolve into any type of Pokemon, and it's kind of by choice. And other Pokemon, they have to evolve into a certain other type of Pokemon at a certain level. But Eevee, at any point, can choose what he wants to become.
Okay. Well, after this, I want to.
That's what I want. That's what I want for my life. I want to be able to choose and kind of do what I want.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's like such a better answer. Jesus.
And I look good in orange.
Okay, great. No, we'll play Pokemon Snap after the show.
Yes.
Okay, great. So you said that you got 2 speeding tickets in one day.
Oh my God, yeah.
How does that happen?
Well, I was driving. I was going to the Upper Peninsula, as one does.
Okay.
If you're unfamiliar with Michigan, it's split. So there's the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Peninsula. I lived down in yonder in East Lansing, so I was going up to the Upper Peninsula to see my then boyfriend. So I was clearly excited.
Right.
And in a hurry. I was driving, I got pulled over, I got a ticket because nobody lets me off the hook. And then an hour later, I get pulled over again. And the officer's like, so when was the last time you got, or wait, what was he saying? When was the last time you got pulled over? And I was like, recently. And he was like, how recent? And I'm like an hour ago. And he just starts screaming at me and like, you're never gonna make it to the Upper Peninsula. There's nowhere in the Upper Peninsula you can even go above 60 or something. I forget what he's like saying.
How fast were you going?
Fast enough. I don't know, like 90.
Need for Speed.
Well, yeah, I was on my way to see a man. I had needs. I had to get there.
Okay.
So yeah, that was that. So yeah, I had 2 tickets that day. It was bad.
What's your favorite thing to do in LA?
My favorite thing to do in LA, sit in my apartment.
Okay.
Because I'm never in LA.
But
I'm
wait.
always traveling.
This brings me to the next question.
Yeah.
Because you always talk about hating humans and being antisocial. Whenever you talk about your...
I don't hate humans.
Hold on. When you talk about your boxes,
Yeah.
You're always like, you don't have to go to the store, you don't have to interact with humans.
Yeah.
So like, are you super shy in real life?
No, I'm so lazy. It's not that I hate people. It's that I hate the moments in between all the people, like having to get up.
Because you were just traveling.
Yeah. So and plus, yeah, I travel all the time. So I'm like, I think last month I was in LA for 5 days, and then this month it's been a couple days. So, yeah, when I'm in LA, I just love to just sit in my sweatpants and like not do anything.
Okay, I get that.
It's my favorite LA thing.
So you travel a lot. So
Yes.
where have you not gone that you want to go? Because you've been to really cool places.
I still need to go to
jealous.
Africa.
Okay.
So that's happening.
Any specific part, or you're just covering the whole continent?
I want to go to Cape Town. I want to go everywhere. I want to go to Brazil because that's a very common thing for the internet to like demand. Like, please come to Brazil. So I want to come to Brazil. They're always trending. Like,
The Brazilians love you?
not just me, anybody. They're like, Oprah, come to Brazil. One Direction, come to Brazil. They want everybody to come to Brazil. I'm wondering if anybody ever comes to Brazil, so I want to be the first. And yeah, I want to go everywhere. This year I've gone like, I feel like everywhere though. I went to like, in the past couple months, Singapore and Sydney and Italy and London and New York and Michigan and Perth.
How do you deal with it? Like, you have like so much energy.
I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie to you. I deal with it with naps, laptop time, a little help from my friends, my YouTube friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, you're a Big Brother fan. You love it. Have you been watching?
Of course.
Okay,
obviously,
wait.
duh.
So, I want to
Julie
know.
Chen is literally my everything. My #1 celebrity.
So, The View, which is the talks competition, is looking for a co-host. So, would you want to co-host on The View?
I would never say no, but to be in direct competition with my queen, Julie Chen, is a little bit, it feels like a betrayal.
Okay.
You know? But of course I would consider.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
I want to talk
But
about...
only with Julie's blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a chance.
Yeah, and I feel like she would be like, you know what, Tyler? Live your dream.
I mean, like, Rosie's on it now.
Right.
So, Whoopi, Rosie,
I do,
Tyler Oakley.
Right. It all has a ring to it. Whoopi, Tyler, Rosie.
Yeah. And I feel like your hair would look really good with the set.
You know, I had the same thought. Crazy.
Okay, wait. So back to Big Brother.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Ariana Grande's brother, Frankie?
Frankie. So I'm friends with him. So
Right.
I was concerned with how they were going to edit him because a lot of times reality shows can make you a villain. If they decide they want to make you a villain, they will edit you accordingly.
Right.
And he's gotten such a great edit this season. Like they are, and I think his personality is shining through, and like in all great ways. And people in the house are loving him. So
Right.
I'm super happy. I really want him to make it far. And I think he's playing a really smart game.
So if you were head of household, how would you make the most of it?
Oh my God, have alone time in my room and have nobody come in. I'd be like, okay, thank you all for enjoying me. Please, go sit downstairs for a week.
Okay.
I don't know what I would do. I would eat everything. I would not share any of my food because you know how they give you like your favorite foods.
Delish, yeah.
What
would be in the room? Doritos,
Cool Ranch
obviously.
Doritos.
Yeah. Some alcohol? Of your choice?
Yeah, honey whiskey would be in the room, or red wine.
Okay.
I would need perhaps like, you know, well, they have coffee in the house, so like I don't need anything. Gummy bears. I really love gummy bears.
Okay.
Any like gummy like candy.
All right.
These are the things I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
So besides Orange is the New Black, what are you binge watching right now? Because we are AfterBuzz and we love TV, so.
Honestly, it's all about Big Brother right now for me.
Okay.
It is a commitment of a show.
It's a lot.
It's like I was just abroad. I couldn't watch it. So I got home and I had like 7 episodes to watch. I'm like, okay, well, I got to like sit down and commit. But I'm all caught up. But yeah, Big Brother. I'm getting through Breaking Bad right now. I know I'm behind. But
okay.
like,
How far? Do you know?
I'm in season 2 right now.
Okay. Okay.
Which is difficult because that's like a show you have to sit down to watch. Game of Thrones I'm doing. So like I'm in like these big, long episode shows. So it's kind of hard to like
but they're all
take
great.
on something new.
They're all great.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much done, but I kind of want to know what is the next step for you? What do you have coming up? What can the fans look forward to?
World domination, first and foremost. But also a lot more fun things. I wish I could like talk about half the things, but a lot of fun things. I have next month coming up August, which is every August I do a collab video every single weekday, which is 20 videos all throughout the month when usually I do 2 a week. So it's instead of 2, 5 a week.
Do you have them all lined up?
I do. So there's a lot of fun surprises and a lot of fun special guests. Yeah, and I was just in London filming August videos, and I have a couple more trips where I'm going to be traveling all around to see your favorite YouTubers and do some secret collabs. So, yeah, I'm super excited. It's a lot of work. It's crazy because I'm still very, like, involved in the entire process, and so, like, I need to edit everything. I don't want anybody to, like, touch the footage. Like, I just trust myself the most. So it's just, like, a lot of work for the month. But as soon as it's, like, August 31st, I will be like, oh my God, that was fun. Never again.
Never again.
Until next year. Yeah.
Well, basically what he's saying, fans, is to stay tuned.
Stay tuned, yeah.
I mean,
that's it.
Really. Big things to come
Big
for
things.
you, sir.
And not just YouTube, though, because like I have a lot of fun little projects outside of YouTube that I'm working on, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
It's hard because like with all the fun stuff, it's like I want to tell every single moment of it, but I can't until things are like ready and done and official, which is so un-YouTube. With YouTube, it's like you film, you upload.
Are you filming some of these things?
Who knows?
Fans, he's gonna release some behind the scenes.
No, stop. Maybe, who knows? I feel myself like...
Spoiler alert.
Who knows?
Okay, so thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Where can the people find you if they aren't fans of you already?
If you're looking for me, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Just search Tyler Oakley.
Amazing. Well, my name is Jillian Leff, once again. You can find me on Twitter at Jillian Leff, on Instagram at Jillian Leff, and I also host a few after shows on AfterBuzz, The Fosters and Mystery Girls, so look out for that.
Ooh.
Once again, thank you, Tyler, for coming in.
Of course.
And guys, we'll see you later.
Bye, friends.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.